Denmark's just adopted a green GDP measure. If they can start looking at things from this perspective, then it might be a bit more balanced, because part of the independence campaign is about new ways of thinking and about how we can use these new ways of thinking to create a new country founded on different principles from what we're used to, from the principles that seem to have failed us in the past. So if it can reflect that, that would be very welcome, but I'm not sure it will.
Okay, well, I suppose we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully if any of the academics who have received these fellowships are listening to this, then they may be encouraged that we are interested, but we'd want them to orientate towards perhaps more challenging aspects of discussing Scottish independence futures. And maybe on that note, we should just draw this wee podcast to a close. I'd like to thank both Rory and Kevin for coming on. It was really interesting discussion, and I think really good to get a perspective on this sort of creative, kind of cultural nationalist angle, perhaps, which has not really been at the forefront of the debate recently, I think, and is a really interesting contribution towards this wider conversation about what we're facing in 2014. So thank you, Kevin, very much for coming on.
And thanks for asking us, Andrew.
I know you're very welcome. And as usual, we'll be back next week with the next episode of the For All That podcast, number 8, I believe, Michael. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll get it right one time.
We'll get it right one time. It is, yeah. But anyway, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who made me the genius I am today? The mathematician that others all quote? Who's the professor that made me that way? The greatest that ever got chalk on his coat. One man deserves the credit, one man deserves the blame, and Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky is his name. Hi, Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky. I am never forget the day I first meet the great Lobachevsky. In one word, he told me the secret of success in mathematics. Plagiarize. Plagiarize. Let no one else's work evade your eyes. Remember why the good Lord made your eyes, so don't shade your eyes, but plagiarize, plagiarize, plagiarize. Only be sure always to call it, please, research. And ever since I meet this man, my life is not the same. And Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky is his name. Hi, Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky. I am never forget the day I'm given first original paper to write. It was on analytic and algebraic topology of local Euclidean metrization of infinitely differentiable Riemannian manifold. Bоже mой. This I know from nothing. What I'm going to do. I think of great Lobachevsky and I get the idea. I have a friend in Minsk who has a friend in Pinsk, whose friend in Omsk has friend in Tomsk with friend in Akmolinsk. His friend in Alexandrovsk has friend in Petropavlovsk, whose friend somehow is solving now the problem in Dnepropetrovsk. And when his work is done, begins the fun. From Dnepropetrovsk to Petropavlovsk, by way Vilysk and Novorossiysk, to Alexandrovsk, to Akmolinsk, to Tomsk, to Omsk, to Pinsk, to Minsk, to me the news will run. Yes, to me the news will run. And then I write by morning, night, and afternoon, and pretty soon my name in Dnepropetrovsk is cursed. When he finds out, I publish first. And who made me a big success and brought me wealth and fame? Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky is his name. Hi, Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky. I am never forget the day my first book is published. Every chapter I stole from somewhere else. Index I copy from old Vladivostok telephone directory. This book was sensational. Pravda, well, Pravda said Gilbil Kalorika dat pri njom lacha žila, it stinks. But Izvestia said, ja idu kuda sam car idiot peškom, it stinks. Metro Goldwyn Moskva buys the movie rights for 6 million rubles, changing title to The Eternal Triangle, with Ingrid Bergman playing part of Hypotenuse. And who deserves the credit and who deserves the blame? Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky is his name.